The Bremen Town Musicians. Once upon a time, a poor farmer had a hard-working donkey. He used to load the sacks he'd take to the mill on the back of the donkey. The donkey used to carry all that weight, never complain about anything. Years passed. The donkey was no longer as young and strong as he used to be. He got tired faster and couldn't carry much weight. The owner knew he was getting old. He thought he couldn't feed him anymore one day. He bought himself a new young donkey. The donkey found out things weren't right, so he went away. The donkey knew he couldn't do a tiring job at his age. Finally, he thought he could go to Bremen and become a town musician. He set off in no time. The donkey ran into a dog on the way. The dog was heavily breathing. "What happened? Are you running from someone?" the donkey asked. "Oh, don't ask me, brother. I am a hound dog. My master said I was old and useless, and he beat me up. So I ran away," he said anxiously. The donkey and the hound became friends. The dog also liked the idea of going to Bremen. "That's a good idea. I can play the flute, and you can play the drum if you want." The donkey and the hound went on together. After a while on the way, they ran into a cat. The cat had the same problem, and he told it in a sad mood. "I couldn't chase rats because I was old, and my master didn't want to feed me anymore. He kicked me out, so I was just looking for a place to live." Donkey smiled. "Don't worry, you can join us if you want. We'll go to Bremen and be town musicians." And the dog said, "Yes, we'd love it if you could join us." The cat, "Yes, I can sing too," said with joy. The donkey, the dog, and the cat continued their way. After a while, they were passing by a farm. They saw a crying rooster. They all felt sorry for him. "Why are you crying, rooster brother? What's your problem?" they asked. The rooster, "I heard the farmer's wife say it. They're going to cut me up and make a soup with me tonight. What am I going to do now?" The dog talked about what happened to him, and the donkey and the cat also told their stories. The rooster was surprised to hear all those stories. The donkey told the rooster about his plans. "We're going to Bremen. We want to be town musicians there. Why don't you come with us?" The rooster really liked the idea. Without thinking, he replied, "I'd love to come with you." 4 friends moved on with joy. The donkey, the dog, the cat, and the rooster were looking for a place to spend the night. The farther away from the farm, the more relaxed the rooster felt. He was thankful that he was alive and not alone. They were all so happy to be together. They found themselves a name, too. From now on, everyone should know us as the Bremen Town Musicians. The Bremen Town Musicians walked without stopping. They finally stood by a tree. It was about to be evening. The rooster climbed up on a tree and perched on a branch, and the cat lied next to him. The donkey and the dog lied under the tree. They had a long day, so they immediately fell asleep. Early in the morning, they woke up at the sound of the rooster and looked around. They noticed a cabin far away. They thought they could stay there for a while. They were hungry and tired, so none of them were ready for a long journey. "Yeah, we'd better take a look at that cabin over there," said the rooster. The dog was exhausted from hunger. "You're right. We may find something to eat there." The Bremen Town Musicians arrived at the cabin, hoping to find a safe home and something to eat. The donkey was bigger than all of them, so he came to the window and looked inside. The dog and the cat couldn't see anything, and the rooster was on the donkey's back. "Would you take your head down, donkey? I can't see anything," he said. The donkey told his friends to be quiet, and then he asked them to get off his back. The dog, the cat, and the rooster did as they were told. They looked quietly through the window together. They were amazed. There were 2 guys eating at the table. These were 2 burglars who always robbed people, and there was a gun in front of them. The Bremen Town Musicians didn't like them. They decided to scare them out of there. Right away, they made a plan. They had to be very careful because the burglars were armed. A donkey brayed. The dog barked. The cat meowed and yelled. The rooster started to yell at the top of his lungs. The men got scared and ran away because of that terrible noise. The burglars were confused. I think we are being attacked by lions. Maybe it's a monster, but we have guns. We're stronger, said the other one. They stopped after moved away from the cabin a bit. They decided to get to the bottom of this. One of the guys quietly approached the cabin and walked in. Everything was in place and looked normal. He wanted to light the lamp because it was dark. He saw the cat looking at him when he picked up the match on the table. The cat's eyes were shining in the dark. The cat jumped in the guy's face and scratched him. The donkey gave a kick. The dog bit the guy's leg. And the rooster jumped and pecked his head. The man was so scared that he ran away without looking behind. The other burglar under a tree, waiting for his friend, was curious. A little later, he was surprised and scared to see his friend running towards him. "What happened?" he asked. The burglar, who came out of the cabin with bated breath, told him, "Let's get out of here. There was a terrible monster in the house." His eyes were shining brightly. He attacked with his sharp teeth and pointy claws. "Look what he has done to me!" And his friend was terrified too. "Come on, let's not hang around here anymore," he said. "Let's run away from here." So, the Bremen Town Musicians managed to scare the men away. No one saw the burglars there again. 4 buddies stayed in the little cabin until they went to Bremen. They lived a happy life together.